Good afternoon. I'm John Tyndall, the interim superintendent for Colleton County School District, and I'm pleased to be with you all this afternoon. And let me take this opportunity to welcome you to our third public information forum. And we've had these for 3 consecutive weeks now. The purpose of the forum today is to do 2 things. One is we want to inform you and keep you informed about the activities and the things that we are doing in the district to plan for a safe, the purpose of our forum is to provide you with valuable information regarding the reopening of our schools and to let you know the answers to those questions that you may have submitted to us that you want us to answer and respond to today. I want to let you know that appearing on the public information forum today will be Mrs. Jessica Williams, who's the Curriculum and Instruction Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Cliff Warren, who's the Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources and Operations, Mrs. Behe, who is the Principal of Colleton Middle School, Mrs. Vaughn, who is the Attendance Supervisor, Mr. Bradley, who is the Director of Student Transportation. Mrs. Fitch is not here today. Mr. Blakeney, who's Director of Buildings and Grounds, and we are pleased to have our Athletic Director, Mr. Austin, here today. We've said this several times now to the public, but I don't ever get tired of announcing this, is that school will officially begin in our school district for the 2021 school year. The official opening of the 2021 school year will be on Tuesday, September the 8th, and that's the day after Labor Day. And we should be at full operation at this time. As a district and the Board of Trustees, the community, the parents and students are offered 2 options. One being an online remote instruction option, and the other is an in-person or face-to-face option that we've also discussed with you previously as well. This is how we're starting out. The goal is to provide all students with a rigorous learning experience. Expectations for all learners will be challenging, but we know that our students are capable and they will meet that challenge. Students must be in attendance every day. Attendance will be maintained and the district will follow the state attendance laws and the Colleton County School Board policy on attendance. The support of parents in their children's learning experience will continue to be essential, regardless of which model you have selected for your child, remote learning or in-person learning. The situation is still very fluid. I'm in conference weekly with regional superintendents, and there are no experts on how to properly address this unusual situation we find ourselves in. This has not been a challenge for us before, and no one has written a guidebook to tell us how to do it. So we'll be working through it, and based on the experts that we have in our school district, I know that we will be able to address the matters which are already confronting us, as well as any other matters that come before the school district and the school board of trustees. I want to thank you for joining us today, and I trust that we will answer all of your questions and concerns. If we do not do so, please notify me, and we will respond to your questions and concerns directly to you and as promptly as we are able to do so. At this time, I will ask Mr. Wayne Austin, who is the Athletic Director for Colleton County School District, to come forward with his remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm been asked to come to basically give an update on what's going on with the athletic department. We're in the process of starting and getting going. We've been having about 40 athletes a day coming out and participating, so I'm gonna go over our schedule. So because of numbers, we only allow so many kids in specific areas. So on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, if you're a football athlete, we ask for you to come out, contact the coaches, find out what times. We're doing workouts now at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're doing another workout at 9:30. So we want to stagger the time so we can make sure that there aren't too many people in a specific area. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're doing workouts for cheer. Right now it's just cheer. All the other sports, which is volleyball, cross country, and tennis, are actually having practices Monday through Thursday. Volleyball will be going Monday through Friday. So if you're interested in playing one of those sports, please reach out to the coaches. We've got all the coaches' contact information on our website at colletoncountycougars.com. We're screening everyone as they come in, so before you even get out of your vehicle, you'll be stopped. We'll check temperatures, student temperatures. We check to make sure you got all your paperwork, all the documentation is in, and we're directing you to the area that you'll be going. You have to have a face mask and a water bottle and come prepared to work out. So it's real important that you go over that information. If you got questions about it, please don't hesitate to contact our office. You can also send us an email. We'll respond to you within 24 hours. We'll make sure we get back to you and let you know what's going on. We've been really good about trying to answer everyone's questions and keeping up with it, because I know a lot of people do have questions and there's some hesitancies. But I think once the parents who have actually been coming and they see our process and the screening, and we're answering questions and doing what we can, they're real confident about bringing the student athletes out there. So even if you're homeschooling, or you're doing virtual, you're doing it online, you can still participate. So we need you to get registered, we need you to get your physical done, and we need you to come out to participate. We're getting close to some points where we're gonna have to start cutting things off, because student athletes have been out there now for over 2 weeks, and it's not fair for them to be out there working out and others to be coming maybe a month or a month and a half later. So we really need you to come out. This week we're starting with cross country. Our numbers are building with that. We're really excited about that. And volleyball. Volleyball is starting to grow. It's getting a lot bigger than we expected, and we're really happy about that. And we still got about 15 to 20 athletes that we know are still coming out. So they're starting practices tonight between 4 and 6. If you got questions, you want to talk to the coach directly, you can come during that time. Someone from the office will be there to be able to answer your questions. I'll be there to be able to answer your questions and to make sure that your paperwork is in order. And then they're gonna have practice Monday through Monday through Wednesday. They're gonna do tryouts on Thursday and Friday. Tryouts on Thursday and Friday will be from 5 to 7. So we need you to get your paperwork in, get everything done. You have to attend tryouts in order to be on the team. So please come out. We're doing tryouts for the varsity team, the middle school team, and the JV team. We want everyone to come out and to participate, all right? Cross country, it's not really a tryout. If you come out and you're participating, the coach is gonna make the decision on whether or not you're on the team. So we need everyone to participate. And we're real excited because we're not just looking at having spectators, which we are planning to have spectators, but we are also looking at streaming options. The spectator numbers are going to be a little different. I don't know how many people are going to be allowed in the stadiums or the facilities, but we will have some spectators. But we're looking at also, we're in the process of developing our streaming options. So even if you don't feel safe coming to the games or not comfortable coming to the games, you still want to watch your child perform or that everyone perform, you'll be able to stream it online. So we're coming up with different and exciting ways to just keep things rolling and keep things moving and to adjust to the change in times. One big thing that we have going on right now is that we are getting students to sign up for what we're calling the sports folios. We partner with a company that's called Sports Folios, and what we're doing is we're working with them to get all of our students more exposure to collegiate athletics. We need students to sign up for the program. We need parents to sign up for the program. It's for juniors and seniors right now because we're limited in slots. So We've got 50 slots. It's first come, first served. If you are interested in possibly competing on the collegiate level, whether it's junior college, Division I, Division II, Division III, please come out, sign up for that information, and let us know that you're interested. We're going to start doing our presentations in September, and we're going to work it through. It's actually a program that you'll be doing, partnering with the guidance department and the athletic department to make sure that you understand everything that you need. So if you're a junior parent or a senior parent, and you've got a lot of questions, or you just feel lost with the process, sign up for the program, because we guarantee by the time you finish, you won't be as lost. You'll have a better understanding of what's expected of you to get your child the exposure they need to go to the next level. We can't guarantee that the kid's going to get it, but we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that they get the exposure and get seen by the coaches and the places and the schools that they need to be seen by. Again, we're starting athletics, we're getting going, so if you're interested in competing, performing, please get with the coaches as soon as possible. Contact our office, contact me myself. We are ready to go, and we've got processes set up in place to make sure that we're screening everyone before they come. To date, since we started 2 weeks ago, we have not had anyone who has expressed any concerns, any symptoms, anything like that, so we're real positive about the direction that this is heading in. Thank you.
Good afternoon to everyone. I would like to again thank you for your support during these unprecedented times and let you know that we are working diligently to ensure that our students receive a well-rounded education even in the midst of this pandemic. We want to thank you for choosing either the virtual model or the blended model of instruction for your child. In each model, students will be exposed to direct instruction from their teacher, and your child will have independent assignments to complete. Each child will have a schedule, so you will know when your child will have a live lesson, or when your child has a scheduled break, or when your child needs to be completing independent assignments. The schedule will follow a regular school day schedule. The school day schedule is the same. The Early Childhood Center school day hours are from 7:30 until 1:55. Elementary school's school day hours are from 7:30 until 2:15. Middle school, 8:30 until 3:15. And high school, 8:30 until 3:30. Wednesdays will be designated as professional development and office hours for teachers. Teachers will have scheduled times within the day on Wednesdays that they will schedule meetings with you or provide you a window of time to contact them to answer questions, provide feedback, or even to work with small groups of children virtually. Related arts classes will be scheduled into the school day as well. Please note that on Wednesdays, your child will have assignments to complete. It is very important to note that students will be engaged in learning 5 days per week. Each day may look differently, but students will be engaged in learning 5 days per week. Attendance on each day of the week, either through direct instruction with the teacher or by completing independent assignments, is very important. And our district's attendance coordinator will come up in just a few minutes to address the importance of attendance. The district has also instituted leap days for our elementary and middle school students and parents. On leap days, your child will receive materials and also a device, if one was requested, along with usernames and passwords that are needed for the district's platforms. The district's technology department is working to make logging in as simple as possible. Your child's school will notify you of the date and time you're asked to come to the school. However, LEAP begins this coming Wednesday, August 26th through Tuesday, September 1st. Schools have the LEAP schedules posted on their websites and Facebook pages. However, if you have a child at the Early Childhood Center, any of our elementary schools, or our middle school, and do not know when you and your child should attend LEAP, please contact your child's school as soon as possible. We also want to announce that the district, in collaboration with the Office of Federal Programs, will host a back-to-school bash on Saturday, August 29th, which is this coming Saturday, here at the district office from 8 o'clock until 11 o'clock a.m. Book bags with school supplies along with fresh produce from the Low Country Food Bank will be distributed. We hope to see you then. District employees will deliver the book bags directly to your vehicle and place them in your trunk. You will not need to leave your vehicle during school supply pickup. For additional information on school supplies and our back-to-school bash, please visit our district's website. Today, as Mr. Tyndall noted, we have invited our district's attendance coordinator along with others from the district office and also our Colleton County Middle School principal. So at this time, we're going to ask Ms. Barn to come and share some very important information with you concerning attendance. And after Ms. Barn, Ms. Behe, our principal of the middle school, will come up and share specific information with you pertinent to the middle school. Ms. Barn.
Good afternoon. My name is Tanisha Barn, Colleton County School District Attendance Coordinator. This year, our students are provided an opportunity to participate in our blended learning model or our virtual learning model. Students participating in our virtual learning model will attend classes online 5 days a week. Students participating in our blended learning model will attend school in person 2 days a week and 3 days online. Students in our blended learning model will be identified as Group A or Group B. Group A students will attend school on Mondays and Tuesdays, while Group B students will attend school on Thursdays and Fridays. Once school reopens, students in our blended learning model will attend in-person classes 5 days a week. Virtual attendance will be recorded in our Power School system with the attendance code of SC-VTP. It is a present attendance code. Virtual attendance is determined by participation and completion of assignments by the teacher's established deadline. In addition, students in the blended learning model must attend in-person classes on scheduled days. What is participation in our virtual environment? Well, I'm glad you asked. Participation in the virtual environment just simply means interacting in class discussions, checking in at the assigned time, completing and submitting bell ringers, replying to emails, and progressing toward completing tasks in our learning platform, such as Google Classroom. A student will be marked absent when the student fails to submit assignments or participate in other activities that the teacher requested. In addition, students in the blended model will accumulate an absence when they do not attend school on their scheduled day. For example, London attends school on Monday and Tuesday and successfully submits, participates in all assigned virtual learning experiences by Friday. Her attendance outcome: student is marked present Monday and Tuesday, SC-VTP for the remainder of the week. If you'll remember, SC-VTP is a present attendance code, and it just means that your child attended school virtually. Another example, Destiny attends class Monday, is absent Tuesday, and fails to participate in assigned learning experiences by Friday. The attendance outcome: student is marked present for Monday and absent Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Please remember that your student is marked absent when they do not attend on their scheduled days and when they do not submit the assignments by the teacher's deadline. Keep in mind that absences in our virtual and blended learning models are identified as excused or unexcused. Examples of excused absences are illness, medical appointments, court. Examples of unexcused absences are vacation, willfully not attending school or participating in virtual assignments. Absences due to COVID-19 are excused. If your student is out due to COVID exposure, please notify the school so that we can place your child in virtual learning during that quarantine period. The student will return to school on their regular blended schedule once quarantine is over. Students are allowed 10 absences in a school year. Middle and high school students are allowed 3 absences in quarter classes, 5 absences in semester classes, and 10 absences in year-long classes. We strongly advise families to provide a written excuse when your student is absent from class. The written excuse should be submitted within 3 days of the absence. The written excuse should include the date, the student's name, the reason for the absence, the dates of the absence, along with the parent's signature and a telephone number. Written excuses should be submitted to your school's attendance secretary via email, fax, or in person. Here's a helpful tip. Take a picture of the excuse and email it to your child's attendance secretary. Keep in mind that we will also continue to monitor truancy and chronic absenteeism. Truancy involves unexcused absence. Once your child accumulates 3 consecutive unexcused absences, or a total of 5 unexcused absences, your student is identified as a truant. Once your student is identified as a truant, we will put an attendance intervention plan in place. If you receive letters or any written notifications or calls from your attendance office, please call us back. Chronic absenteeism deals with excessive absences. It includes excused absences, unexcused absences, as well as suspensions. We hope this answers all of your attendance questions. If you need further advice, please contact Tanisha Vaughn, Colleton County School District Attendance Coordinator, or Dr. Cordelia Jenkins, Student Services Director, or Claudia Bench, Powell School Coordinator. We thank you for your time, and we are excited to start this school year. Be blessed.
Good afternoon, Colleton County School District stakeholders. I am Ms. Beatty from the middle school to give you an overview of what we have happening this school year. Today was our first day back with teachers, and let me tell you, they came in the doors ready to go and plan for a successful school year. Just to give you an overview, Colleton County Middle School is based on the premise of 2 learning pathways. One is the New Tech project-based model, and the other is our workshop model. Even though we are shifting to virtual learning as well as a blended learning model, these practices are still in place. They just may look a little different. So with New Tech, our learning outcomes will still be followed: oral communication, written communication, knowledge and thinking, agency, and collaboration. One shift that we are making is that we will not have co-taught classes this year. They will be primarily led by our one content area teacher. Projects may look a little different in that the collaboration piece may be different since we will not have groups together in classrooms. Small groups will still occur in all classrooms, whether it is virtual or in person. Teachers will be monitoring their students and pulling small groups based on their needs so that we are still able to meet our students where they are and grow our students based on that. Mrs. Williams made the statement regarding schedules. What does the day look like? Well, regardless of if you're virtual or blended, students are still following their classroom schedule. There are times that they will be logging in to have those live lessons from teachers, and that will occur throughout the course of the week, with the exception of Wednesday, when they will be independently learning through logging in. One of the things that we feel is important in the middle school is because our students come to us at a very different age. We want to provide support and focus on the whole child. Every day we will begin with class meetings, and that is when our teachers take the time to touch base with every student before their school day begins, just to see how they are and what their needs are and how we can support. That is something that we will continue to do regardless of if your student is virtual or in person through blended learning. We will continue to offer related arts courses. There is no course that's off limits for our students. And we will also continue to offer credit-bearing courses: Algebra 1, English 1, Spanish 1, as well as our computer sciences for 7th and 8th grade students. As Mrs. Williams stated, we will begin with our leap days this week. So beginning Wednesday through Friday, you will be able to come by the school to pick up the supplies needed for a successful school year. On Wednesdays, we would like for students with the last names A through G, Thursdays H through N, and Friday O through Z. We will have designated areas around our building for each grade level where parents will be able to drive through and pick up the materials needed. 6th grade will be housed on the 6th grade side of the building in the parking lot. 7th grade will be located in front of the school, and 8th grade will be in our bus parking lot. One question that has been asked is, if I can't make it on my designated time, what do I do? In this case, come on any of those days. We want to make sure that we're providing you with everything you're going to need for a successful school year. We are looking forward to our school year beginning. We are looking forward to see all of our students' faces as you come through the line over the next few days. And our teachers are working very hard to have our lessons robust so that you'll be learning regardless of what grade level you are in. As always, please feel free to reach out to the school if you have any questions. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions or concerns that you may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Behe. Good afternoon. I'm Cliff Warren, Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources and Operations. And we did have one question that was submitted since our last public forum that relates to operations. So I will announce that question and try to answer that for you today. The question was, how will the 3-day meals, breakfast and lunch, that the students are supposed to take home with them on Tuesdays and Fridays going to get from the cafeteria to the buses on those afternoons? Are the students, a cafeteria worker, or someone else going to bring them out to the buses? Or are the bus drivers going to have to pick up the meals from the cafeteria before the students are dismissed on those days? The Office of Transportation and Student Nutrition will be working together to identify and make sure that they have procedures in place for making sure that the students receive these meals. The plan is to identify the students who will be receiving these meals and those meals will be delivered, if they're a bus rider, to the buses by the cafeteria staff, and the roster will be provided to each bus driver. As the students are exiting the bus, they will be receiving their meal to take in to their home. Again, that was the only question that was submitted for our department today, and we hope that if you have other questions that you will submit them to us. We'll be doing one more public forum next Monday, again at 3 o'clock. And again, we hope that you will submit any questions that you may have for our department to please be able to get them to us so we can answer them for you. And now from the Office of Technology, we wanted to share a little bit of information about Wi-Fi services and also device pickup. If your child is needing a device during the virtual or blended learning opportunity, Colleton County School District will be providing one for you. Your child's school will be setting up the days that these devices will be picked up. So please make sure that you're checking in and tuning in to your child's school to receive information about when those days will be held. And of course, parents will be asked to sign for those devices. And again, that's for only families who need those devices. If you have a personal device, you're more than welcome to use your personal device while you're at home. But if you need a device, one will be provided, and you will have an opportunity to pick one up from your child's school. Last week, the Office of Technology mailed out over 500 letters to our families who qualify or may qualify for a program offered by the South Carolina Office of Regulatory Staff to receive free internet services through December of 2020. This free service is being provided to support families impacted by COVID-19 that need internet access to support virtual learning opportunities for their students. If you received this letter, or you may not have received this letter but may qualify, here are the qualifications that office looks for. The law limits that households eligible for free internet to households meeting all of the following: households with a student enrolled in Colleton County School District, households with an income at or below 250% of the federal poverty level. And in the letter that we provided to you, we sent a chart that explains that, so you can see that in the letter. And internet service that is not duplicated in the household. That means that the household has no current internet service. And that internet is needed because of the pandemic and for educational purposes. And one monthly internet service can only be had for one household. The ORS free limited monthly internet service is again limited to educational purposes only. The service may not be utilized for gaming, streaming music, movies, or other non-educational purposes. Only devices issued by Colleton County School District will be allowed to connect to the internet, and content will be filtered and limited to educational sites through this limited service. If you're not interested in receiving the limited service package, you should inquire with PRTC or another provider of your choosing about other available internet packages and current specials they're offering to families. But please keep in mind that the cost of any alternative service package is not covered through this program provided by the Office of Regulatory Staff or by the Colleton County School District. If you receive this letter, it's important that you complete the application that was provided in the letter and submit it to PRTC, Palmetto Rural Telephone Cooperative, located at 292 Robertson Boulevard in Walterboro. They are asking for your safety and to follow social distancing guidelines that you submit the documents utilizing one of the following methods: by PRTC drive-through during regular business hours of Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m., by PRTC payment drop-off box after regular business hours, or by email at crs-2@prtc.us, or by mail at PRTC 292 Robertson Boulevard, Walterboro, South Carolina 29488. Again, once all required documents are received, you will then be contacted by Palmetto Rural Telephone Cooperative to schedule an installation appointment. Any questions that you may have regarding this program should be directed to call by phone at 843-782-0032 or by email at wifi, that's W-I-F-I, at colleton.k12.sc.us. You may also utilize these contact methods if you wish to receive a mobile hotspot instead of a wired internet service, and you may qualify for it through this program. Again, if you receive this letter from the Office of Technology, please make sure you complete it. If you have questions, please reach out to the contact information that was provided. At this time, we're going to have Mr. Kenny Blakeney to come forward and share a little bit about sanitation in our schools. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Kenny Layton, Director of Building and Grounds for the Colleton County School District. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about the cleaning methods that we're using in our schools. We've already started out some of this process, but on a daily basis, custodians will be assigned to different areas of the building, and they will be cleaning as needed, and they will be cleaning all day long. We'll have a crew to come in the night time to do more cleaning, and on the days that there are no students. We'll also be doing cleaning on Wednesdays and on Fridays. Excuse me. This machine we have is called the Victory electrostatic machine. What it does, it disinfects and cleans any kind of surface. Okay? We'll also be using a product called Vindicator. And the Vindicator is the one that kills all the germs. This machine is an electrostatic sprayer. Once you spray it on the surface, you don't have to wipe it off or anything like that. It kills it. It sits for 10 minutes, and then you can go on and do the rest of your job. Be assured that we're doing everything that we need to do to get this building clean, and we will continue to make everything clean and safe for the kids. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call my office at Building Grounds 246 Beach Road. Telephone number is 843-782-4525. Thank you.
And last but not least, from our department, and we heard from him last week, but we want to continue to let you hear from him because we know you have a lot of information to share with us, Mr. Bradley. Mr. Garrett Bradley, our Director of Transportation, will come forward with some more information about student transportation.
Thank you, Mr. Warren. Good afternoon from the Office of Transportation. Just want to go over a few friendly reminders for our families and student bus riders. First of all, we want to make sure that each of you bus riders that have to register to ride the school bus. It's not like a normal years we're starting out, so please make sure that you have filled out that survey or you've contacted your school to register to ride the school bus. However, those students that do show up at a school bus stop that is not registered, we will pick those students up for their safety. We will bring those students into the school, and then we will contact administration. Administration will contact the parent to get that student registered so they can ride the school bus. It's very important that you register your student to ride the school bus from a safety reason. Number one is we're going to have student transportation is going to build the student seating charts each day for the route. So based on when your child is picked up is where they will sit on the school bus. So we can go back if we ever have a situation we have to contact trace, then we can do so. And your student will be sitting, if your child gets on the school bus at the first stop, then they will sit all the way in the back. Also, if it gets on last, they'll sit towards the front of the bus. So we don't have any students passing other students within the bus. From a social distancing standpoint and a capacity, we're going to have the school buses at 50% capacity, less 10% for those students that will come to the school bus stop that are not registered so we can pick them up for their safety. However, they will have to register again to make sure they ride the school bus. From cleaning disinfection, from the buildings and grounds, showed you the electrostatic sprayer that we're going to use. We'll use that same device with what's called a Bio 7 tablet inside the water. And it will also clean the bus. We will have a team to clean the bus that is trained to do so twice a day. After every AM route, every school bus will be cleaned. After each PM route, each bus will be cleaned thoroughly. And in between routes, the bus will be wiped down in the high contact areas with the Bio 7 chemical. For ventilation on the school bus, even though it's a warm time, all our buses are outfitted with air conditioning. It's going to be following the DHEC and CDC guidelines. We're going to lower the windows down at least 4 inches, 4 of them on each side. We're also going to ventilate through the roof emergency evacuation areas that will get that outside air coming through a school bus to ensure that we have outside air mixed in with the AC air. So if your student comes home and they're a little bit warmer than normal, it's because we have to get that outside air in that school bus. So again, ventilation, cleaning, and social distancing, just from a routing standpoint. We are currently building our routes as we speak based on the student survey that came in to ride the school bus or by contacting your school. We want to have those routes posted and out by September the 4th, the latest. They will be on the Colleton County School website. Also, drivers, we received all of our school buses from the state of South Carolina. They are already on our bus lot at the middle school, and we are actively cleaning each and every bus so they're ready to go for September the 8th. So, again, if you have not registered to ride the school bus, please do so, okay? And I want to make sure you tell your students at the school bus stop to make sure they have their proper PPE on, their face mask. These are required to ride the school bus. Please make sure you have those on. If you were to forget your mask for the day, you will have some disposable masks on the bus so your students can ride. However, the biggest concern is our bus drivers and our monitors on the school bus. Please make sure we respect one another and that we all have on our proper PPE as we ride the school bus for everyone's safety. Thank you and have a good day.
I have one other bit of information I'd like to share with you at this time. This is the recent disease activity by county. And the report is as of today, but as you may or may not know, it covered the last 2 weeks. And my focus this afternoon is on our county, as everything else has been already today. We're focused on Colleton County School District. Colleton County, the incident rate per 100, we have a median rate at 116.8% per 100,000. Trend in incidence rate is low. Percent positive rate is median at a 7.0% rate. That's the lowest of all of the 46 counties in South Carolina at this time. I noticed one other county that has a less than double-digit percent, 9.8% for Cherokee County percent positive. I want to say this to all of our personnel, all of the people in Colleton County. We ought to congratulate ourselves because we've come a long way over the last couple of months to be at this level. I think one of the reasons, I'm not saying this is the only reason, but one of the reasons is I believe more of Colleton County population, people in the county have been adhering to, that is following the CDC and South Carolina DHEC guidelines. I want to encourage you to continue to do so. And I also want you to acknowledge all of the things that were said here today regarding safety and the well-being of all of our students, all of our county and community staff and other individuals throughout the county. And I want you to make sure that you're speaking to the children. This is going to be an unusual year. It's going to be unique in the sense that even though we'll have students in at these two models to begin with, this is a fluid situation and things can change in either direction depending on how this disease activity continues to be for our county. But please know that we are keeping up with the data and we're looking at it each Monday so that we can have the best information possible as we make decisions regarding where are we going to go from here as these rates get better. A percent of less than 5% median, less than 5% I should say, on the percent positive will be at a low rating as opposed to a median, and that's going to mean a big change, and we may have to operate a little bit different. We don't mind going back to school as we knew it before the closing of schools in March, but we want to make sure that whenever we do so, that we can continue to stay in that mode of operation throughout the school year. Again, I want to thank you for your participation in the forum today. Thank all of the staff people who presented. You did an outstanding job and we're proud of all of you. And again, this ends today's public forum information session.